Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play the Pandora Directive. Well, last time you'll remember, we made our way to this Mayan temple and we are now inside, trying to figure out where we're going next.
Symbol on the door looks like a snake. Must mean something. There's a small circle painted below the symbol.
Yeah, this is going to turn out to be incredibly important later, but for totally unobvious reasons.
There's a sun symbol over this door. There are designs in the paintings on the walls in here that look like pathways from some kind of map.
Yes, the paintings and the symbols are very important. We got...
There's a star symbol over this door.
So there's that.
There's a black sun symbol over this door. There's a moon symbol over this door.
Yeah, so we've got 4 different symbols over each door, a symbol on the door itself, and several of these pieces on the floor.
The shards spread around this chamber have designs painted on them, and appear to be made of the same stone as that altar in the center of the room. This appears to be some sort of ceremonial altar. I think I saw something like this in that sci-fi classic, Raiders of the Last Ding Dong.
Yes, in case the references were not obvious enough, we have switched genres. We have moved on from film noir to Saturday morning serials.
Like this, all style and no comfort. The shards.
And we have several of these shards all around here. And we got Papyrus Roll, which is now just Papyrus because we unrolled it.
This looks like a piece of a stone map.
Clearly, right?
I don't think I have all the pieces yet.
My adventure gamer sense is telling me we can't do this next puzzle because we don't have all the pieces we require. But it looks like we got everything on the floor. Oh, wait. Is that one? No? But we have to look up. Where some precocious Mayan placed this piece up on top of the Stonehenge-like ark. And surely that will be all of them.
I don't think I have all the pieces yet.
Or maybe not. Okay. Get down the floor. Probably something... Aha, yes. Okay. Now, surely we have all the pieces that we need for this. And, well, this one is pretty obvious. It's another jigsaw puzzle. It's timed. Luckily, we just have to try and get the corners together and hope we've got the right corners matched. And then from there, it's trying to edge everything together. Now, it looks like that bit goes there. And that bit goes there. Which means that part goes there. And that one... seems to go there. That one goes there. That one can go in there. Which means that goes... Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe we have that corner. Yeah, that one goes there. And that goes there. Which makes that one go there. And that one is that corner there. And yeah, the pieces do kind of snap into place a little bit once you get them close enough. Which puts that one there. And still got a little bit of free time. Okay, that one does not fit there. Ah, okay. That goes there. That goes there. That one goes there. And that one goes there. 3 seconds left to go.
The design on the altar looks like a map.
And that grinding noise indicates that we have in fact opened up the doorways and can now progress.
It's a chunk of charcoal. History's first pencil.
And now from memory, we can combine the charcoal and the papyrus, worst font ever, by the way, to create a map.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
And yeah, we do have to explore every single nook and cranny here. But we'll go ahead and start going the other way first. Because the black sun is actually kind of our guide point. That's the direction we usually want to be heading. And, yeah, the directions above the door kind of indicate which way is which. So the stars always tend to be heading southward. Well, actually, I think of it as south. The moon is north. The black sun is west. And the white sun is east. Even though that doesn't seem to match the way that this map is laid out. But so long as you can keep the directions straight from room to room. And I'm crouching down because I get doom sickness pretty easily, and this hallway does not help with that. But we're now heading in basically southerly direction. And we can always stop to check the map in
Using
detail.
the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
So we've come to this branch right here, so we'll go ahead and take the... Okay, we were coming up to that branch. I think actually we're at the end. And this is curving around to a dead end. So I'll take this little side branch here. Okay, yeah, this I think is where it branches off. No, no.
The spear is tied onto the warrior's hand with a cord. The spear is held tight by a length of hemp cord. Shield looks pretty sturdy. This door won't open. I'll have to enter through another door.
Well, we have that shield, but we can't get that spear cord. I wonder if we could use the jackknife to cut it.
Well, that won't work.
For some reason, that will not work. Okay, so... And of course, travel options are completely disabled. We have to wander around the whole maze. We can't just jump between rooms once we find them.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
Okay, so we're at this part here, I think, and we went around and found dead end there. Okay, so running around. I think there's a connection between there and there. And run all the way down here. And around this corner, and... Oh my!
These pieces of stone sure did a job on Edson.
Oh wait, how do we know that's Edson?
Unless I miss my guess, this is Oliver Edson. Looks like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Funny, it doesn't look like there was a cave in here, but
A pair of thick lens glasses.
wow, they just shot right off his face, apparently.
These frames aren't much good. The lenses might be useful. This has got a pretty sharp edge on it. Man, the prescription on this lens is pretty strong. It's like the magnifying glass I used to burn ants with. Looks like Edson's gun was damaged by one of the falling rocks. Looks like some dirt got jammed in the barrel. It's pretty much useless in this condition.
But we do have bullets.
Without a functional firearm, these aren't worth much.
Except we can use the jackknife with the bullets, because our jackknife also has a pair of pliers, and use that to create gunpowder.
My knife used to have all the cool attachments. Now everything's busted off except the pliers and the standard screwdriver head.
Why we couldn't have used that screwdriver earlier when we need a Phillips head screwdriver, I have no idea.
It's an ancient Coleman lantern. Wonder how long this thing's been here.
Lantern fuel.
It's a handkerchief.
And yeah, that outfit of his looks somewhat familiar. Aha!
Looks like some sort of ceremonial dagger.
Okay, well, we got a second dagger, got a white one to go with our black one. And, oh yeah, wrong dead end again. Yeah, because and thankfully I'm sprinting pretty well down here now. Because, yes, this broken lens, somehow, is sharper than my penknife. So we can use that to get both the hemp cord.
It's a cord made out of hemp. Too bad I don't have any zigzags. I heard this stuff burns real well.
Yes, we could smoke the hemp. We could, but it won't let us. And we now have a Mayan spear. And okay, here we are back at the snake room. And I believe, let's see, check our map.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
Alright, well, just to be safe, we'll go ahead and save here. Okay, so crouch back down to the ground, and I believe the map said there was couple of dead ends to explore on the right, or at least one dead end to explore over here on the right.
Appears to be some kind of hatchet. This hatchet doesn't look sharp enough to cut a cantaloupe. Maybe it's some kind of Mayan drumstick.
The crazy part is, Tex, in his ignorance, is actually right about that, as we will see shortly.
It's another of those ceremonial daggers.
And this one is silver and has the star symbols on it. This one's white and has the moon symbol on it. Okay, so we cleared that little portion out. And let's double check the map.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
Yeah, so we got this one tunnel off to the right, which dead ends, and does not have anything useful in here, which leaves us with a clear pathway to the next big room.
The symbol on this door looks like two birds. There's another mark, like there was with a snake symbol.
And in this case, the mark is to the left.
The pictures on the wall show some kind of musical celebration. In one section, two Mayans are blowing horns with two gemstones between them. Could mean that the gemstones on the altar can make sounds and that pairs of them have the same tone. This could be nothing more than a large Mayan billboard. These doors work like the ones in the first chamber. I'll probably need to do something on the altar to open them. 13 gemstones attached to the top of this altar. The stones are slightly chipped and cracked as though they've been struck with something repeatedly. Maybe this is some sort of Mayan xylophone.
And again, shockingly, Tex is right. Because we were supposed to use this upon this and beat off a pattern to open the doors. And this one is another puzzle, which unfortunately, there's no way to get this perfectly without trial and error and restoring. I wrote down the order ahead of time when I played through this. So you've got 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, and 6, then 7. But it resets if you mess up. So we got, try that again. We've got 1, 2. And it was 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got that. And then next was blue, and then that one, and then 10. And that opens the door to the next one. And I'm going to go ahead and crouch down now because what's coming up next? This is the part of the game I hate the most. Even more than all of the complicated logic puzzles, the sliding tile puzzles, the matching puzzles. This part sucks for reasons that are going to become really apparent because as much as I do like the game and has a very good system for managing items, it is not good for moving your character around. So if you remember the bits from Under a Killing Moon where you're having to dodge the spy drone, this is going to be worse.
Man, this place is nasty. Looks like I'll need to get across this chamber to those 4 doors on the other side. Of course, I'm sure only one of them is the correct one. And if I fall off these walkways, I'm going to end up taking my first and last mud bath.
And you'll see that the eyes over there are turning green, which means they're going to be shooting fireballs at us this whole time. So in addition to having to make sure we don't slip off of the walkways, which is way easier than you'd think, we have to avoid staying in a place long enough for the fireballs to get us. And those statues do not give you the coverage you'd think they do. See what I mean?
I stumble over the edge and into a seething pool of lava. Within seconds, I resemble the layer of mozzarella on a bowl of French onion soup. I don't know whether it was the worn tread on my tennis shoes or my innate clumsiness, but I should have been a little more careful.
Yes, so... And yeah, as you can see from my previous attempts at playing through this, I did a lot of saving in this room. Yeah. Now,
I stumble over the edge and
because I love you all and because this is really tedious, I'm going to do an edit cut here to jump to the end of this area, because honestly, it's just a matter of carefully getting across the room, being lucky enough not to get hit by a fireball, and then you have to go to each of the 4 doors, and whichever door you get to, that one is the last one you go to. It doesn't matter which order you go to, the last one will automatically be the right one, but you have to go to every single other door and try and open it before the last one magically opens. So, this is going to take me a while, but it's going to seem like a couple of seconds for you. You're welcome. Okay, we're back. Thankfully, once you get to fairly close to the glowing stone heads, the fireballs just pass over your head and you don't have to worry about them. So here we are.
I'm gonna have to get closer.
Yeah, it's absurd how close you have to get to these. Thankfully, at this point, we can very slowly edge our way around. Okay, so we're now in the second part of the maze. Or what the Indians called corn. Wait, strike that, reverse it. Anyway, check our map.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
Okay, so we just came from here, which means we have another 2 little dead ends here immediately on our right. And then this sneaks around to what's presumably the big important room. Got that room there and that room there. So let's check dead end here. And nothing important here. And nothing important in this one either. Well, we got a hallway right down here. It curves around this way. Yeah, another door with a symbol on it, and that looks like an insect of some type.
Symbol on this door looks like some kind of giant insect's head. I hope there aren't any critters this size buzzing around in here.
Well, if that isn't foreshadowing, I don't know what is, but thankfully, we are prepared. Because we've got our spear here. Actually, first we're going to use our handkerchief and soak it in lantern fuel. And then we're going to Use that on the end of our spear. And we are going to set that baby on fire. And we now have a flaming spear.
Symbol on. Sounds like an army of wasps in here somewhere. The buzzing seems to be coming from that stone head on the wall. A couple of those buggers are coming out of the mouth, and if a few of them sting me, I'll swell up like an elephant and be dead in 30 seconds. I either have to destroy that nest or get out of here.
Well, thankfully, got just the thing to smoke out a wasp nest.
Now there's nothing in that stone head but a big pile of wasp crispies.
Wasp crispies.
Drawings in this chamber show people worshipping 3 Mayan kings. Stone ding-dongs in stereo. There are 9 empty squares on top of this altar.
And helpfully,
these tiles look like they can be laid out in a pattern on the altar.
Yep.
These tiles look like they can be laid out in a pattern on the altar.
Another sliding tile puzzle, kids. Thankfully, this one isn't too difficult. The trick is that we have to put them in a certain order, and the colors do match up for these guys. You see, you got the tassels for the different ones, and the headdresses match. So we've got, you know, this sort of crocodile-headed guy in the middle. He's going to get the one there, and then we got this fish one here. And let's see, the spear goes on the left. Yeah, the orange tassels match there. Purple ones match there, and oh, wait. Actually, that one goes there. And yeah, we burned through the time on that one pretty quickly. But at least we now have this pathway open. And there's no reason to crouch down, really. It just makes me feel stealthier. And let's see, check our map.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
And we did not check this little alcove over here. So we'll curve back around that way and do so. And there is, in fact, nothing in this alcove. And yeah, it's annoying having to check all of these, but okay, there's where we came in. And hey, another knife.
It's another of those ceremonial daggers.
Red one this time.
Well, I guess the door isn't going to open until I do something on the altar.
Oh yeah, this is...
This altar has 5 slots carved into the stone top. Looks like something needs to be inserted into the slots. The art in here shows various forms of sacrifice and torture. Again, I am reminded of my ex-wife.
Okay, so clearly we need to do something with the ceremonial
This
daggers.
could be nothing more than a large Mayan billboard.
But we can't actually do anything yet because, well, in case you notice the motif of 5, we are 1 dagger short. So we need to finish exploring around a bit first. And back to the wasp room. Which, if I remember my directions correctly, this should lead us the way we're going. Or the one alcove we haven't checked yet.
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design I assembled on the altar. I put an X where I'm pretty sure I came in.
Okay, yeah, here's the wasp room, so we're coming back around this way. And we haven't checked this corner yet, but we came in the dagger room to the south, and the east one goes through there, and that one we couldn't go through, and that led us back around here, so yeah. You know, after having to do that stupid, tedious lava crawl, I'm actually liking being able to just run down the hallway willy-nilly, and there we go.
It's another of those ceremonial daggers.
And this one is golden dagger. Looks like a sun symbol on there.
Aha, the Pentagon. I knew the military was involved in this. This door won't open. I'll have to enter through another door.
Yes, because of course we must go through the dagger door in order to get to that last one. Okay, so back around to the wasp room. So we can cut back to the dagger room.
Judging by the dagger symbol, this must have been the sacrificial chamber.
Alright, and again, note the gem on the right on this one. So now, this one is another little trial and error puzzle. I did write down the order to do this one, though. Because if you've been paying attention to the order of everything, we've got the black one first, and then we have the silver, and then the white, and then the gold, and then the red. Okay, and crouching again. And here we have the Pentagon room.
Aha. My PI instincts are going off in my head like an alarm. I have the feeling I've overlooked something important somewhere in the labyrinth. I'd better go back and take another look around before I go in here.
Yes. We forgot something, and I know what it is. Because if we check the map...
Using the charcoal and papyrus, I sketch out a map based on the design.
We never checked out this little alcove back here. And since the travel options are disabled, that means we have to walk back all the way through and go through the maze again. I love you all too much to make you watch me do this and die repeatedly, so we're gonna edit cut again, and I will show you what I missed. Okay, where I messed up
Using the chart.
is that we have this little alcove right here at the very beginning, southward, I think. And it's really easy to overlook this one, even if you're checking everything. Because you follow this around to find a stone bowl.
Stone bowl. Looks like it's in remarkably good condition.
And yes, our uncanny PI senses somehow told us this is somewhere in this vast maze, and we need it. Now, on the one hand, it is nice of them to have given you that hint so you could go back and explore the maze. On the other hand, I wish that they gave it to you before you entered the lava maze of doom, which I now have to go back through a third time. And because I still love you, I'm not going to make you watch me do that again. Be right back. Alright, we're back at the Pentagon door. And now, it should let us go in there. And that is where we will begin next time. Why? Because after running through that friggin' lava maze so many times, I've got so much 3D Doom sickness right now, I don't think I can stay focused. And I need a little bit of a break before we go on to the end of the game. Because the end of the game, it is nigh. And I could use a little bit of a break to study myself. So I will see you all next time, and we shall begin the end.